Man, when them transsexuals hit the yard, man, all type of dudes was coming up with all type of commissary. It was some dudes that I just thought that was solid. And I'm looking at my homeboy like, dog, not you too. Man, y'all going out bad.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Hold up, y'all. I got to make a special announcement. YouTube is not sending out my notifications. So I need for y'all to text this number right here so I can text y'all personally every time I go live or I drop a new video. Also, if you want to do any business with me, you want me to promote your channel or your social media or your business or your products, make sure you text that number right there. Let's get back to the story. So about a couple months, we already had word that them type of guys will be coming to our facility. I had no idea that they was going to be putting them guys in our pod, right? So the thing is, you know, when you go to court and you go to trial and you lose trial, you could be still in the county jail for maybe 2-3 months after you get sentenced. It's just when the Department of Justice want to pick you up and bring you to wherever you're going. So these transsexuals, they had their own special pod in the county jail. And the reason why they had to have them isolated was because they had like the surgery where they had breasts and they had like the butt implants, but they still had their male appendage still there. So for their safety and the safety of other inmates, they kept them isolated in their own pod, right? Now, in my pod, I was like the pod boss. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to say I was like, because I was the pod boss. If there was any transactions going on in that pod, my nose and my hand was all in it. If somebody was selling jungle juice, I had my hand in it. If you was running a store, I had my hand in it. If you had a poker game, a tunk game, any type of transactional games in there, I had my hands all the way in it. If you were selling a ramen noodle, I want in. And everybody knew that's how I was programming. So the warden, he knew that I was programming like that too. I wasn't really getting into no real trouble or nothing. You know, I did just enough, just enough not to get put in the hole. You know what I mean? Riding the line. Pause. So anyway, the warden come to my cell, and at this time I didn't have no cellie. And actually, let me tell y'all this too. This pod right here can hold 60 men, right? But it was 30 cells. So there was there was a bunk bed in each cell. So there's 30 cells that can hold 60 men. And we had probably about 40 guys up in here. So we had enough to get 20 more people up in here. So the warden came to me one day with the captain, and they walked in my cell, just walked in, right? So I hop up, I'm like, what's up? They like, listen, we need to talk to you. We need to really have a real serious conversation with you. I'm like, what's up? They like, well, we know what you got going on up here, but we ain't here for that. We want to let you know that I know y'all heard the rumors about them type of people coming to our facility, and we want them to come to this pod. And I said, wait, what? They like, yeah, we want them to come into this pod because we feel like if they was in this pod, and how you got an iron grip on all these inmates, that you will have some type of level of control over them, and you can keep them safe. I said, hold up. Wait, time out. You want me to wait, hold up. Y'all want to put them type of cats in this pod right here. In this pod. I said, do you know what will happen if y'all do that? They're like, what you mean what will happen? I said, listen, man, with all due respect, Warden, y'all can't put them in this pod, man. They're like, what you mean we can't put them in this pod? I said, because, man, this pod has a reputation, okay? And if you put them, I said, listen, man, do you know how much flack and how much craziness that's going to pop off if you put them in this pod with us? They're like, what you mean? I said, it's going to be a problem, man. That's going to be a real problem. So the captain was like, it don't matter. They coming anyway. And they walked out. So I'm sitting there on the bed, and my homeboy Al coming there. He like, yo, what was going on? I said, man, you know about them, that we heard about supposed to be coming to the facility. He like, yeah. I said, why did they just tell me that they putting them here in our pod? He was like, what? I said, yeah, they talking about because this pod is the most respected pod. They gonna put them here so nobody mess with them. He was like, oh no, that definitely ain't gonna happen. That ain't happening. I said, tell me about it, right? So then the regular guard that was in there, I guess the warden and the captain was talking to the regular guard that was in there, and they locked everybody down. So they like, all right, y'all, time for y'all to go back to y'all cells, go to y'all cells. So we like, man, what's going on? So I come out the cell like, hey, what's up? They like, hey, we don't got to explain nothing to y'all, man. Get to y'all cell now. So I'm like, all right, man, whatever, man. So we all go back to our cells, and we all hollering at each other through the bars like, hey, man, do y'all know what's going on, man? Why they locking us down? So nobody knows. So then it was, I'm going to say it was maybe about 10 o'clock. Maybe it was 10:30-ish. I'm not sure. Maybe it was about 10:30, right? So the doors start popping. Pop, 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 pop. So I instantly get up. I'm like, man, what the heck going on? So then I go to the door, right? And I see him. It's about 15 of them type of people. I'm going to call them type of people. It's about 15 of them, right? And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, man, they did it anyway. Man, all I know is you could hear a pin drop, right? It was so quiet in there. All you heard was the CEO telling them, like, what cell to go to and stuff like that, right? So I'm watching, and I'm pretty sure everybody watching. It's quiet in the mug, right? So they go into their cell, right? Now, I'm like, I'm sitting, I lay back down. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. It is what it is. So next thing you know, I hear, all right, yeah, he going here. It ain't no more sales, and he ain't got no bunkie. So I instantly like, hold on, I know they ain't talking about, and then there it go. Hey, Dante, stand up and cuff up. So I get up, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, what's going on? They like, man, stand up and cuff up. So I put my back against the cell. They cuff me up, and I go to the back of the cell. They open the cell, right? I turn and look over my shoulder, and one of them is on their way in. I turned around and said, hey, man, what is you doing, man? The guard was like, what you mean what I'm doing? I said, man, he can't come up in here, man. So the thing, that person was like, if he don't want me in here, I ain't gonna be in here. I ain't gotta be in here with him. And I said, hey, listen, hey, y'all can't put him up in here, man. That's out. That ain't happening. So he like, what you mean that ain't happening, dude? This ain't your house. You don't run nothing. He coming in here. I said, man, don't play with me like that, man. He not coming in here, man. So the guard like, hey, listen, man, you either, all right, well, then you going to go to the hole then. I'm like, all right, then take me to the hole then, because that ain't happening. So now you got my dudes like, hey, Dante, what's going on down there? What you doing down there? You got one of them things in your cell? I ain't saying nothing, right? So it's now people just talking trash, people laughing, people hollering, people hooting, people on the bars. It's going crazy there. So he get on the walkie-talkie and he called for backup. So about 5 minutes later, you got about 10 COs and the captain coming there and the warden come. So they all right there, me at my cell, and the warden coming in with the captain, and he like, hey, Dante, what's up, man? We already told you what time it was. I said, listen, man, y'all said that y'all putting them in this pod. Y'all never said that y'all was gonna put one in my cell, man. He was like, the warden was like, well, listen, you know, you if you what can we do? I mean, you the only person ain't got no cellmate, man. So, you know, and it ain't like, I mean, yo, this prison. It's prison. You can't, we can't help who you get assigned with, man. I said, well, look, let me get in the cell with my homeboy Al, and you put his cellmate up in here. And it was like, no, we ain't finna be doing a room change that night, man. You gonna just have to deal with it, or you going to the hole, and that's it. So I'm like, man, all right, man, whatever, man. So the person was like I said, if he don't want me in here, I ain't gotta be in here. Shoot, I ain't bothering him, and he better not do nothing to me. I said, listen, man, I ain't gonna do nothing to you, man. So the warden like, hey, listen, I ain't got time for this. So like I said, Dante, either he coming in here or you going to the hole, and that's what it is. And if you go to the hole, I'm just letting you know you're gonna be there for a couple of weeks till we find you somewhere. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. So they closed the door, and I'm like, hey, look, you got the top bunk, man. And he like, all right, whatever. So I lay back down, right? So he get up there, he like, man, it's you, but you don't like people like me or something. I said, man, no, it ain't like that. It ain't that. I nothing, man. Just I'm trying to get some sleep, right? So he like, you ain't gotta have no attitude. I ain't do nothing to you. I don't know why dudes like you be acting like that, man. I said, listen, man, I ain't acting like nothing, man. I just don't feel like being bothered, man. He like, well, like I said, if you don't want me in here, I can go. I said, well, can you do that? He like, anyway, well, you heard what the captain them said. It ain't nowhere for me to go, and I just got here, and so you just gonna have to deal with it. So I said, all right, man, all right. So I doze off. The next morning, right, we get up. Why this dude is standing? Never mind. I ain't gonna no. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there. So remember, y'all, I got the bottom bunk, and he got the top rack. So in the morning time, right, it's two lockers in here. You got the debt when you first come in, right? Over here on the left, you got the bunk beds, but over here to the right, it's a like a mirror thing right here, an intercom button, and then right under that is a desk. And right over the desk, you got a locker right here and a locker right there. It kind of remind me of something like a kitchen like a kitchen cabinet type of setup like that. That's what the lockers look like. So I happen to look over. This dude is standing up, right? And he got like, I don't know, he basically is altering his clothes. Like the state, okay, so they give you five shirts, five pairs of pants, five pairs of drawers, right? Why this dude is over there altering his clothing? And when I say he altering it, it's like he making him real skinny. And so I'm looking like, man, what is this dude doing? Right? So I'm like, you know what? Let me just mind my business, right? So then he say, hey, listen, I'm about to get dressed. I said, well, look, put up the white sheet and put it up by the toilet. I got a white sheet right there, so to give yourself some privacy when you're using the bathroom. I got a white sheet that's hung up right there, right? So why he go back there, right? And remember, y'all, my head is laying this way, so I got to turn my whole body around to lay the other way. So I can't help but to look that way. Why this dude get behind the sheet, right? Maybe the thumbtack that I had up there wasn't secured enough. Maybe the weight of the sheet wasn't just made the thumbtack come out. Why this man has altered his state penitentiary drawers into a white thong. And how do I know this? Because the dang sheet fell. And he like, oh, my bad. And I just turned around and faced the wall, man. I just turned the other way and faced the wall. And when that happened, I said to myself, like, you know what? I didn't say this out loud, y'all. I said this to myself. I said, you know what, God? I truly am sorry for everything that I have done up until this point. I don't supposed to be here, man. I know I made mistakes in life, but this right here is too much, man. I can't be in here, man. I done seen things. I've been involved in things. And maybe I'm paying for the things that I have done in this world and in this prison. But this not cool, man. This ain't right. So they pop the cell doors. I instantly get up out of there. And I go downstairs and I go to the guard. I'm like, hey, y'all got to get me out of there. I got to go. Y'all got to trade me in with somebody out, but I'm not going in the hole. But I can't be in there. I can't be in there with that dude, man. The guard like, listen, man, they already told me what happened on third shift, man. You can't go nowhere, man. It ain't no more room. You gonna have to go to the hole. So I'm like, man, all right, man. All right, y'all just gonna have to pack me up. He like, what you mean pack you up? I said, I ain't gonna give y'all no trouble, man. Y'all just I need to go to the hole, man. Cause I can't be in the cell with I can't, man. I just can't. So he like, you sure? You sure you want to go to the hole? I said, yeah, man, I'm straight, right? So then my homeboys coming through, like, they're like, Dante, what's going on? I'm like, yeah, I gotta go to the hole, man. They're like, what you mean you gotta go to the hole? I can't sell up with, you know what I'm saying, with one of them. I just can't do it. They're like, what was going on? Was he trying to like talk to you or something? I said, nah, man, I just can't be in the cell with, I just can't do it, man. It's too much, man. So they like, all right, man, just stay up, man. Let me tell y'all something. Did y'all know, besides Al and maybe two other dudes, right? When I went to the hole, each day, the next day, Al came to the hole. The following day, two other cats came to the hole. Why? Because the pod that we was in, dudes was really in there showing who they really was. It was dudes was in there. They was in there messing around with them. And like I said, them, they had the breasts and they had the butt plants and stuff, but they had the male appendage. And dudes knew that. And they was still in their mess. These dudes was freaked out. They was doing what they was doing. But the dudes that I thought that was, solid and didn't rock that way and didn't seem like they had that in them to mess with them, they went out bad. They went out bad. It had to been probably, maybe 26 dudes. 26 dudes that went to the dark side in that pod. All the real ones, me, Al, and I forgot the other two dudes' names. They came to the hole. Hey, listen, man. I'm going to tell y'all just like this. I ain't got no problem with them type of people. I really don't. But I tell y'all in every video, what goes on in prison, the rules and things that is acceptable out here in the real world, some of them things is not acceptable in prison, especially if you are a straight man. There's organizations that's in prison that you cannot associate or be involved with a homosexual. or you'll be violated, like beat up, or possibly you can get your life taken from you in certain gangs and certain organizations. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure that there's some dudes that be creeping off that be in these gangs or organizations that do play them games with them type of people. But hey, that's their business, and when they hierarchy find out, they get dealt with. It is what it is. The reason why I'm telling y'all this story is to spread awareness, especially for these young dudes out here that just think everything's sweet. I'm giving y'all the light version of this story. There's no way I can really tell y'all the whole story because I'm leaving out a whole lot. And I'm just, you know what? Yeah. Somebody else can tell it because there's some stuff I really want to tell y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say some stuff. I'm gonna hint to some stuff. I remember hearing why in the hole a young cat that got put in that pod because it was 4 of us that ended up going to the hole. So of course they got open beds, right? It was rumored that this 20-year-old killer, right? 20-year-old killer that was straight while he was asleep, one of them things basically assaulted him. And when I say assaulted him, they basically held him down, choked him out, and they put their lips on him. And that's all I'm gonna say with that. But anyway, this is a wild one, y'all. So y'all hold that down. I'm out.
Oh shit. Here we go again.